Hey everyone, Donna Nelson here, founder of the Adopt a Single Mom Project, Adopt a Single Mom for Christmas. And I am super pumped tonight because this is our first night kicking off our single mom nomination stories for the fourth annual Adopt a Single Mom for Christmas gift drive. Our gift drive is especially for working single moms who live here in northeastern Pennsylvania so that we have the opportunity to honor these working moms, to show our appreciation for all of their efforts because they are so often under-recognized, under-supported, and certainly under-resourced, especially right now during the pandemic. So I have a few updates that I want to give you. If this is your first time hearing about the Adopt a Single Mom Project, I want to welcome you. It's exciting to have you here. And you can learn more about us at adoptasinglemom.org. And I think there should be content with a link in the post, but if not, I'll post it below here so that, oh, did I post everything? Oh, I posted everything I posted above. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do that. But nonetheless, the link is there to go right to our Christmas page. Hey, Lauren. Hi, Angela. Thanks, you guys, for hopping on. Please say hi and share this out on your timeline. It helps us reach other single moms who may not know about us so that we can support them not only through this Christmas gift drive, but also throughout the whole year. And you will help us reach other donors and contributors who may be interested in either volunteering with us or making a financial contribution or an in-kind contribution of some sort to help us support these single moms right now and throughout the year through our programming and other efforts that we do, of which you can learn all about on our website. Hey, Sarah. So thank you for being here. I feel so supported already. There's 8 people watching, which to me is like a big deal because I feel like I sit here many times and talk to myself with these videos because people catch them on the replays. So let me tell you a little bit about, while you're sharing out or tagging a friend or whatever, a little bit about what we're doing here for the Christmas gift drive. So as I mentioned, this is our 4th annual Christmas gift drive. This was a passion project I started in 2017, wanting to gift a few working single moms here in northeastern Pennsylvania who were like I was, doing it alone often, having limited family and a support system in the area, and not really having many resources, and certainly not many of the financial resources that are available to those who don't work or are in a much lower income. So, oh, Lauren, thanks for the tag. So the reason that we're doing this is because the single mom community is so forgotten by our general community at large as having a need. The single moms do have needs. They're often doing it alone, as I said, and right now during the pandemic, which I'm going to talk a lot about, what the needs are, particularly from the mom stories that I'm going to share with you tonight. You'll get a sense of what is really right now going on that I feel like is being very silenced, and maybe not silenced intentionally, but that there's this silent struggle among single moms right now that there's no help for. And the very least that we feel like we can do is give them some gifts at Christmas to help uplift her and have her feel a bit supported and a bit noticed right now, because many are on lockdown at home with their kids not even able to work. So they're not even getting noticed out in the community as having a need because they're not at work and they're not out in the community where they generally would be when we're not in a pandemic. So I hope that we can compel you in some way to help us, whether it's through volunteering or creating a team to fundraise for us or making a donation to help us reach our goal this year, which is 200 single moms that we want to be able to gift, all here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Any of the NEPA counties are moms that we will make sure that we get gifts to if you nominate her. So if you're a single mom listening to this right now and you live in one of the NEPA counties, I want you to nominate yourself. Don't listen to me and these other mom stories and think, I wish someone would nominate me. I wish I knew someone who knew that I wanted to be nominated. Nominate yourself. Please do that. Many of our moms nominate themselves because they're on our email list, or a friend at work, or someone tagged them in a post, and they found out about us. So please do that. Honor yourself. Allow your kids to get some joy out of you being gifted. And allow us to have a connection so that we can support you throughout the whole year. So again, the link is in this post. Go to the page. You'll see something says refer a mom or nominate a single mom, and do that. And if you know a single mom, please nominate her. It's more than gifts at Christmas. We're truly uplifting her, and the stories that we'll share, not just the stories about the single moms who are being nominated, but the moms who have been gifted in the past. It can literally be life-changing to just know that someone has noticed you, someone has recognized your struggle, someone has noticed that you're doing it alone, that someone has noticed that you're not as resourced as others, or that you're just having a hard time right now. Because some are having a hard time right now who've never struggled so hard in the past because of job layoffs, or having to school their children while working, and not having the resources and support systems like they've had in the past when we were gathering. So even among us single moms, where we used to be able to have our kids going over to their friends and, sharing babysitters, essentially, you take my kids and I'll take yours for a day. We're not doing that as much anymore because of the concerns of COVID. So what we do with the gift drive is we raise $100 for each mom. We go to Boscov's to shop for her, and then we, meaning volunteers, drop the gifts off at her home or her work the week before Christmas. So if you would love to help with any of that, please go to our website, adoptasinglemom.org, and fill out a volunteer application, because we will need shoppers this year, and we will definitely need helpers to help deliver these gifts when we hit our goal of 200 moms. So let me tell you where we are right now, and then I want to share with you the mom's stories for tonight. So, in the past I used to share usually one story because we didn't have a whole lot of applications. And it allowed us to give the attention and fundraise for that one mom at a time. This year, though, we're going to share multiple stories a day. I'm going to come on live every day and share stories from moms who have been nominated. And as they're submitted is the way that we go through and fundraise for them. So as long as the application is for a mom who lives in northeastern Pennsylvania, she's a working single mom whose kiddos live with her, she's the primary caregiver. And yeah, that's kind of it. And there's an address, and the form is filled out completely so that we can do our job. Then that mom will be gifted if we raise enough money. So all of this is 100% volunteer. All of this is contingent on the community making donations. We don't have a big fat pot of money coming in from, some government agency or a government grant or a foundation. This is all right from grassroots, from the community, which makes it so incredibly rewarding because everyone gives a little, and we can all feel as a collective contributors to making the lives of single moms in our community better. So I love that we're able to do it this way. And I love, of course, that we can do it this way because so much of our community sees the value in it and has such a big heart in wanting to support working single moms and her kiddos. So that's kind of how the drill runs for how we get the money and the order of which the priority is for the applications. So that being said, literally before we even got started, so yesterday I did the first kickoff live saying what to expect and all of that. And people always send me messages when I'm doing lives. It's just so funny. So because it's just distracting, like they must think I don't have ADHD or something because I can't pay attention to anything. So anyway, so even before we got started, just barely kicking it off, sending out one email to both of our email list and so forth. Shar, stop sending me emails or messages. So we already have, as of today, like an hour ago when I looked at the list, we already have 75 nominations, which is freaking incredible. So all last year, leading right up until Christmas, we ended the drive with 219 single mom nominations. Now, sadly, really, we were only able to gift 94 of them because that was as much money as we were able to fundraise for. So I say that for two reasons. One, we're already ahead of that target where we are with this is like day one. So we're excited about that. It also speaks highly to the need that is in the community and that people are recognizing the struggles right now of single moms, and our single moms are raising their hands saying, count me in. So I'm excited about that. At the same time, we know that we're going to have to raise a lot of funds and that we'll need a lot of volunteers to support the shopping and the delivering. So at some point, regardless of where the money is, if we don't have the volunteers to fulfill those other two pieces, then we would have to cut off how many we can help. So we don't want to do that. And we've been very successful in just making it work one way or the other, which we'll continue to do. So already we have, 75 nominations. As of yesterday, I haven't added up any money yet today, but I know that we've had some significant donations come in since last night. But as of yesterday, we have $2,400 already raised. And that means that we already have the money to gift the first 24 moms. So those of you who hopped on the first email that I sent out 2 weeks ago and got on the list, there's a good chance that you've already been gifted. So we'll figure out how we're going to list that out so that, we can recognize the names and honor you moms who we're going to be able to get those gifts to. But for tonight, instead of starting at nomination number 1, since we know we've already raised the money for the first 24 moms. High fives. I'm starting at 25. So, and I guess you could say 25 and 26. So these are the next names on the list after those. All right, so let me so what else do I need to know? So if you have questions, post them so that I can answer them while we're live. I'll also be checking and responding to any messages afterwards. So I'm just going to scroll and see if somebody posted a message. Okay, and if you're just hopping on, please share this out on your timeline or tag someone who you think would be interested in being a donor or sponsoring a mom or a single mom so that she can be nominated and learn about us. Okay, so let me tell you about the 2 moms stories from tonight. Now, I'm also going to preface this with, and I don't think I've ever done this before, but I realize that the more I read these stories and the more I get to know our moms in our community, I feel like I need to say this. These moms give us permission, well, most of the moms give us permission to share their stories. So what I'm telling you is they've given us permission to share that. I get asked that sometimes. If they don't give us permission to share, then we don't share their story. So we love sharing the stories because single mom life is complex, it's unique, and it's different for every one of us. Yet there's these common threads and there's these common things that we're all single moms, and things are similar for us, meaning we're lacking social support and meaningful connection, and being around people who get it, and someone that has a listening ear that isn't judgy. There's so many things. So regardless of what these stories are, there's all these common things that make us feel connected and included in something where we belong. So with that, I also want to say that some of these stories can be triggering. So depending on your story or your past, you might hear these stories and it can be upsetting. So I just want you to know that. And I'm not going to share anything that is terribly traumatic because I don't think that's necessary. Nonetheless, when we hear these stories, and one of the challenges that I know we as an organization have before us as a challenge to communicate to the community is that this idea of what single mom life looks like. Or maybe you have the idea that a single mom is just minus a spouse, minus a father, whatever that is, and that everything else is kind of straightforward. I want you to know that's rare. That is rare as hell. So some people, some single moms have fantastic financial stability and a meaningful support system, and no drama, no stress from the past. All their traumas have been healed. That's rare. So most of the moms that we have met over the last 3 years, that's not where their life is right now, but it's where we want to support them in getting their life going, which is part of our mission here at the Adopt a Single Mom Project, to help them thrive and fill the gaps on where these areas are that they're lacking. But part of that is dealing with all this stuff from the past and the things that they're struggling with personally and that their kids are being challenged with. So when we package that with the pandemic, where single moms are out of work or working weirdly, like having to work at home, at their kitchen table, in their bedroom, with their kids being schooled in the other room by themselves, and you don't know what they're doing, and it can be just totally freaking frenetic. Or trying to pay your bills on unemployment because your kids are 5 days a week at home because there's no daycare available, or you can't afford the daycare, or they're not in school, and you're trying to figure out how to support yourself. So that's just some of the stories that we're going to be hearing. I have read almost all 75 of these nominations so far. And someone asked me recently, how can I read these stories and not let it really get to me? Part of it is, I think, because so many of them I can relate to because it has been part of my journey. But believe me, every one of these stories that I read, it really does pain me because I know how hard it is. I know how hard the journey is, and I know where it was hard for me. And honestly, most of these are so much harder. They're so much harder. You just want to get in your car and go hug this mom. All right. So I just wanted to prepare you with that. All right. So let me share with you these amazing moms' stories. All right. So the first one, we're going to start with Jade, who is a mom from Pittston. She has a 14-year-old and an 8-year-old. All right, so I highlighted some things in her story. So let me just tell you a little bit about her. Here's one of those hard stories. So, and I'm just reading in her words so that you can really get the context of it. When I was 8 years old, my mother passed away and I was moved from house to house, so I really don't have family in the area for help. I don't have siblings, and my dad has been out of my life since my mom passed away when I was 8. I was working in retail as a department lead until the end of September, and my child was going to, oh, I can't, this isn't her, it's me. It's a me issue. The daycare my child was going to couldn't accommodate school-age children. This is a challenge everywhere. My son battles depression, who is her 14-year-old, and gets severe migraines. Her youngest also has some health issues. And because of her son's issues, she's not comfortable having him stay with the younger one so that she can go out and work. So this is a mom with 2 kiddos who is generally a working single mom. But because of the pandemic and because of her children's health issues, she's sitting at home on unemployment, trying to figure out how to pay her bills and school her children and deal with their physical and mental and emotional issues, of which I'm sure on some level is causing more of the same for her. So again, there's nothing straightforward about this mom's life, with or without the pandemic. So you can hear that it can be a real struggle for single moms who are doing it alone, much less one who lost her parents at the age of 8 and has been feeling like it's an uphill battle her whole life, and then being a single parent on top of it. So we love you, Jade. So if you would like to support Jade so that we can gift her this Christmas, that would be awesome. You can go to the link that is in this post. It'll take you to our Christmas page. You can click on donate and make a donation for any amount. And that money will go right to, that donation goes right to helping us fund gifts for Jade. So once we reach $100, then Jade will be funded, and we will post that on our page, and we can all celebrate together. And then we fundraise for the next one, who is Kristy. So let me tell you a little bit about Kristy. She's a mom from Scranton. She's also a mom of 2 kiddos, a 3-month-old and a 3-year-old. Also has a boy and a girl. So let me read to you in her words what her story is that she shared. This one's a little hard too. So Kristy shares, one day past my due date with her now 3-month-old. Being pregnant with my daughter and driving down a hill when my brakes all of a sudden stopped working. I ended up crashing into a utility pole, which ended in breaking my rib. I'm cutting a little bit of it short. Ended up having an emergency C-section, recovering, and with a very active, why can't I read? Recovering from a broken rib and a C-section was not easy. Ladies, any of us know that. Either one of those things that you've had separate from the other is freaking hard. That's crazy hard. Having them together, I don't know how she did it. She is a freaking hero, let me tell you. And I can tell you that it is a single mother's strength and determination that gets her through this kind of thing, because a typical person is not going to have the determination and the resilience to fight through this, to take care of a newborn and a 3-year-old. It's just amazing that she was able to do that on her own. Okay, so no family living in the same state. The first 2 weeks, the little bit of sleep that I did get sitting on my couch, since it was nearly impossible to get up from bed. And you know that if you've had a section or a broken rib, like the last thing you want to be doing is laying flat and having to use all of your muscles, which you don't have, by the way. When you have a section, you're not using those. Oh my God. Before having the accident, and my daughter, she was a certified nurse's aide, but due to her broken rib and the job requiring heavy lifting, it's just hard work anyway. And right after having a section, that wasn't going to work. She wasn't able to return to work, and her job did not have any maternity leave pay. So this girl is just amazing. I cannot wait to meet her. So they are my motivation, and because of them, I tried starting an at-home small business to be able to get some income since my job did not have maternity leave. So it's brought in some money, but it's been very slow. Like, is this girl amazing? She is just amazing. So that's Kristy, and as you can see, these are two single mom stories that are not straightforward. I work a job, I come home, I feed my kids, I put them to bed, and we do the same thing all over again. That's not what's going on here, and you will hear that from the other 75 stories or 200 stories or whatever we get to be able to share with you through this, through leading up right before Christmas, is that single mom lives are really complex, and many have so many challenges that none of us, meaning if you're their coworker or even if you're their family, you never know what's going on with them. We very rarely are going around telling people how hard it is for us and what all of our struggles are and all of our past stuff like this. So I'm really proud of these moms having the courage to share their stories with us, allowing us to share their stories with you so that you can connect with and have a better understanding of what it's like in the single mom life and what it's like for her children, and why it is so important that we uplift these moms and support her and get the resources that they need so that these children can grow up not just in stable environments, but as stable human beings. The more trauma mom goes through, the more struggles mom has, the more struggles these children have. Facts. I know a lot of our community focuses on supporting the children, but I say this in my coaching business all the time about businesses, families, organizations, whatever you want to call it. The fish rots from the head down. And that just simply means that if we don't start at the top and fix the top, the bottom is never going to be stable either. And that's how it is in our families, our single mom families. These moms need support, and we need to do a better job as a society, as a community, to support them, to get them what they need. So all of that to say thank you for supporting the Adopt a Single Mom for Christmas gift drive. If you would like to support these moms so that we can gift them this Christmas, that would be so amazing. You can go to our website, adoptasinglemom.org, or you can click the link in this post. It'll take you right to the Christmas page, and you can nominate a mom if you're now thinking of one, or make a donation or sign up to volunteer, which is so incredibly rewarding. So that's all I want to share tonight. I'm already at 30 minutes. So please share this video out with someone that you think might benefit from hearing these moms' stories, so that they can contribute to us, or a mom who you know is struggling right now that would like to hear some stories of some other moms to help her feel validated and not alone. It is one of the greatest benefits of the Adopt a Single Mom project for other single moms, is that they just feel like they're not alone when they get to hear other moms' stories. So let me just check real quick and see if there's any questions or comments I need to respond to before I hang up. Hi from Dubai. Hey Shar, I saw you sent me messages. I'll take a look at them in a second. Thank you everyone who tagged Angela, Lauren, tagged 2 ladies. Thank you so much. Lauren 3, Sarah, great to see you. All right. Thank you, beautiful people. We'll see you tomorrow.